babe, what you working on?
I was trying to separate these birds. See what I was talking about right here on the jar? That right there. Well, you'll see when I do this one here.
Okay.
When I put this jar in here. I have to, that big jar, I have to spill some.
Oh, okay. All right, the quart jar's too big to go in the little...
Just dump that whole jar, though.
Yeah.
We got to get that part figured out. So we had so many, we were having problems with the males beating up on each other. So we had them, they were all in one big pen. And so I separated it into 4 smaller pens. And so right now there's 3 females and a male in 2 of them. And then 2 females and a male and the one that got picked on so bad. So we'll watch him. I put them all, I mean now they're down from the light, but I moved the light, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's just as I was working on it, I've been moving them down because they were all in there with their sandbox. So now I need to get a sandbox for everybody, and I still need to put a door on that last pen. The one that's missing a door.
Yeah. Okay.
With me using the grinder with the birds in there, I was trying to get them out of the way so they wouldn't.
So you'll leave the pen divided like this just so the boys won't beat up on each other?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, supposedly you can have a male to every 3 to 6 females.
Yeah.
So this splits the pens into about 2 by 2 pens, which is 4 square feet. You're supposed to have about a square foot per bird. So really 3 females and a male would be just right. But we'll see. They're young. What are they, like 10 or 12 weeks old right now?
I don't know.
So they were, I think they were born the 1st of November. Something like that.
I don't know. We got to write it down. We got to keep better records. So.
I've got it somewhere. I just don't have it. I don't carry my books around with me.
Okay.
Which is not a book, but I don't have it. I don't have it with me. But the they're very vigorous right now because they're young.
Yeah.
So right now they could probably handle 5 or 6 females per male. But as they got older, they may not be able to do that many.
Okay. Alrighty.
This gives us an opportunity to look and see.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. We'll see which ones are laying the best.
Yeah.
Because this is cool how he designed that. The little eggs roll. The pen is slanted. And he's got this little lip on the front. And the eggs, when they have them, they roll to the front of the pen. So now we'll be able to see which of the hens are the better layers. So,
yep. So we'll cull the... I mean, it'll narrow it down anyway.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I guess we could split them up. So we've been doing good now. We got 8 females and have been getting 6 eggs a day.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it took us a week to get those 40 in the incubator. And when those hatch out, we'll fill out the rest of the pens with the females and males needed.
You got to build some more pens, don't you?
Yeah, and may double stack another row on the bottom. So that
Okay.
we could get about 2 dozen eggs per day, which would be a full, I'd be able to fill the incubator up every week. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hatch them every week, but in a week's time, I could put 120 in there.
That's funny. This one right here is pecking the one that's on the other side of the wall. It's like they're inmates and they're trying to communicate.
Jailhouse.
Jailhouse communication.
Yeah.
I bet you they pass stuff back and forth. What do you call that?
Passing stuff back and forth.
Contraband. Contraband.
Oh.
Jailhouse contraband. Hey now. Y'all behave in there.
Keep an eye on the wire. They may try to break off a little piece to shank the screw next time he puts his hand in there.
Oh,
Make
Lord.
sure they're not sharpening it on each other's beaks, you know, when I'm not looking.
They may have a shank in there. They're going to stab you with it. But... All right, well, I'm going to go pick some carrots out of the garden and bring them to the rabbits. So, you need me to help you with anything?
No, do we have any I need some smaller, like Tupperware tubs,
Okay.
so they can each have their sandbox.
All right.
Because they also like laying in the sandbox too.
I've got some. I'll go get some.
And then before, some of the eggs are too big to roll up under it, so we do need to drop the floor.
Okay.
So at some point today, we'll drop the floor.
Okay. Sounds good.
Another little bit. Little bit.
All right, well, I'm going to go get some carrots for the rabbits. And I'll be back. Okay. All right, it's not a glamorous way to protect it, but it works really well. So I just put some rebar in the ground and put these little flexible pipes on it, just enough to keep the plastic off of the carrots. So these are planted pretty thick, and they're a smaller size carrot than what I'd normally buy in the grocery store. All right, so I probably should come in here and thin these out. Oh, that's fun. I mean, I know that's a small carrot, but still fun to grow it and not have to buy it. So I actually use the greens in my breakfast smoothies or any sort of smoothie that I'm going to make. And the rabbits also like nibbling on these too, so I share some of them with them. So we're having bean soup for supper, so I'm going to pick some carrots just to add a few homegrown carrots. Now my kohlrabi, I know nothing about kohlrabi. Honestly, this is the first year I've ever planted it. Not even real sure when to harvest it. I guess the only way to know is to pull some up. So let's see what this looks like. I don't even know if there's anything in there. No. There's really nothing to that. What is that? I guess I'll eat the greens to it. I thought it was supposed to have a root on it. Maybe I'll let you go a little bit longer. All right. It's supposed to have a root on there that's edible. So I'll just eat the greens. So one of the good things about carrots is you don't have to pick them until you're ready to eat them. So I can actually just leave these in the ground. I don't have to worry about storing them in the refrigerator or putting them in the pantry. They can just stay in the ground until I'm ready to cook with them. Now, some of them are small, like, I don't know what makes that one little. I'll eat the greens or give it to the rabbits, so that'll be a nice little treat for them. And I'll just leave them in here and let them get bigger and bigger. The more I thin them, I think the bigger the ones will get that are still in the ground. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough for supper. So I'm going to leave them uncovered. It's not going to get too cold tonight, so I'm not going to put the tarp back on them. Okay, so here's a good turnip. We don't usually do a whole lot with the bottoms, but I'm going to add those to some soup that I'm cooking for supper. So there's still some useful greens. Most of the greens have kind of died off, but there's still some turnips. So I'm gonna gather a couple of them and use them in the soup that I'm cooking for supper. So. Ooh, this is a nice sized turnip. This one's just actually kind of on the outskirts of the garden. Fell into some grass, but that's a good sized turnip. So you can see that's pretty cool to actually have a pantry in the garden, to where I can just come out here and pick what I need. We do use a lot of carrots with roast and soups. You know, a lot of the one dish meals that I cook, I use carrots. So it's nice to have those in the garden to be able to come out and grab a few when you need some. So next year we will probably do a bigger winter garden, a bigger fall garden. This is our first year to try, you know, cold season crops. So now that we kind of have a feel for it, I realize I need to plant more. I need to plant more for the rabbits, and plant more for us to eat. So, hey Peter.
So I guess I'm gonna move that light down.
I'm gonna go get you some carrots. One of the great things about having rabbits is that compost. Their manure is a cold manure, so you can pretty much put that on the garden as is. You don't have to let that sit. Some compost manures are hot manures, and they have to sit and age for a while before you put them on the garden. Horses, cow manure and stuff like that has to age. So rabbit manure can go straight on the garden, so that's a great thing.
Chicken manure too is hot.
Yeah, chicken manure is hot too, so it has to age before you put it on there. So, hey, look at the turnips and the carrots I got.
Turnips and carrots.
Yeah.
Turnips and carrots.
Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, they're dirty. They're pretty.
Yeah, the carrots are not real big, but
What do you do with the turnips? Put them in salad?
I don't know.
We got some salad stuff in the refrigerator. We gotta eat that with soup or
I don't know.
beans tonight.
I'm gonna cut the carrots up and put them in the bean soup. I don't know about the turnips, so we don't usually cook a whole lot of turnips. We need to figure out what to do with. Ooh, I can cut them up and roast them. I bet they'll.
Just eat mine in a salad.
Just gonna eat yours in a salad?
Yeah, I don't know about roasted turnips. We can try it though. Never have tried it.
I don't know. I see Barefoot Contessa and Giada and all them do it. They cut it up and put some olive oil on it and just roast it.
Well, she would be all about getting it straight from the garden and all that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get supper ready.
All right. I didn't eat lunch, so.
All right. Well, I'll get it ready.
Make sure that you got plenty of beans in the pot.
All right.